All right, guys. So on this episode of Penny's Hot Rods and Customs, I'm thinking we're gonna hook up the clutch, start doing some of that. I'm gonna finish welding in the Tranny cross member and all that stuff, and monkey around with that for a bit. You might see this big long shaft here that Boog brought in for me last night. He even made me little bungs that fall in there perfectly. I'm gonna seam weld those up nicely. That's gonna be my rear bumper. It's what they kind of did back in the day. I've had them measure it up, so it's 44 inches. I'm going to make brackets and I'll just bolt right into here. So I've already got in my head what it's going to look like or how I'm going to design it. Gotta say, it's nice having a brother that works in the machine shop and able to get all this stuff and whatnot. So not bad. But anyway, so what I bought for this thing this week, I literally broke the bank. Not kidding. Stuff for this thing is not cheap. But whatever, it is what it is. I've never seen a hearse following a Brinks truck. So, you know, you can't take the money with you when you go. So bought windshield rubber, the front, the back. I bought 2 door strikers for that way I can start making monkeying around with that and getting everything to lock and close. Glove box, and yes, the big ticket. Dun, dun, dun. Like I said, none of this stuff's going to be here, but I bought new tail lenses. It was a lot of money, but yeah, well, it is what it is. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that. Oh, and also I promised I'm going to start working on the rag cradle. Actually, it's really nice outside, so maybe I'm going to start taking this thing apart today. That's my plan. And what I have been doing this past week, since it's so nice out, it's only spring, but I classify this as summer. I've been driving the Pontiac. So yeah, got that out. So, and like I said, I'm only going to work for a couple hours here and then taking off to Derek's. We're going to unload the trailer because the local guys will know what's going on next week. Our big swap meet. So it's always a good time. It's honestly my favorite time of the year. Screw Christmas. Kidding. But anyway, yeah, no, it's a good time. So get to meet a bunch of guys that you haven't seen all winter and whatnot. So buy a bunch more junk and hopefully sell some. So we got some crap to sell. So usually we do fairly good. So anyway, enough rambling. I guess what I'm going to do is start working on this thing. I'm going to start taking it apart. I'll set up a table, start taking it apart, and then try to make some mounts for the radiator. So yeah, lots of stuff to do, a lot of things, a lot of little tedious, little small things. It's just, I haven't got around to anything this week. It's just amazing how fast the weeks fly. I kid you not. Before you know it, snow will be here again, unfortunately. So time to get to work. Okay, so I bolted it. There's 8 bolts. Let's take this thing apart. I actually did take pictures to see which way this thing does come apart. And it's not in bad shape. But there is some rust right here, so I'm going to fix this today. Straighten this out, cut that out and fix that. So we'll do that probably first. If I had my affairs in order, I would have taken this stuff to Dynamic to sandblast the past few days. But oh well. So I think that's what we're doing. We're going to clean this stuff up, and we'll straighten this out, and we'll knock this out, and we'll go to fabricating some piece of steel here. So yeah, not bad. And we'll get rid of this guy out of here. I was thinking on here, like I think this thing was originally chromed at one time. I'm not sure, but it's got a good little ding in there. I'll straighten that out later on. There is your corner marker lenses in here. I'm not going to be running them. I've seen a lot of cars, they don't have them on there. Like I said, I've got one and it's damaged. And I just haven't been able to find anything. So I'm just going to leave it like this. It'll be all cleaned up. And yeah, I'll just run marker lights off there, turn signals off the front there. So yeah, I'll get this guy out of the way. We'll start to clean this guy up and we'll start making some steel. Oh. It is a sure nice front end though. Alright. Go put those bolts away somewhere safe. Man, it never gets tired. Oh yeah, bought my little velocity stack. $5 at a swap meet. And that's where we went last weekend, so didn't buy much there, but couldn't go wrong for $5. Okay guys, so all I did was just trim out a little piece of cardboard, traced it on a sheet of steel. Not really rocket science, but we'll use the old shear here to start cutting it, if it's still even sharp anymore. Would have liked to have used a little thicker of steel, but this will be fine. there. Like I say, then we'll trim the rest out with the paraffin snips. I could if I really wanted to. I probably could, but I'll get a better look at the snips. I'll just cut it off the excess here. There we go. Freaking elbow's still killing me. Okay, so you get the gist of it. I'll just trim this up nicely, grind it up. I've even made it longer. That way it'll go right across. So that's the plan. That's the plan, Stan. Okay, so I quickly flogged it black. It's all welded up and bolted in roughly where it's got to be. This is roughly where my rad's going to go. I'm going to be making little spacers to move it out so it doesn't, the bottom of the tank doesn't hit that. So I'll just make like little 1/4 inch or 3/8 spacers. I'm pretty happy where it's going to be. Like I said, I'm probably going to end up running an electric fan on this. So that won't be an issue. So then my hoses will be okay. I know they make a universal kit, so I'm probably going to order that. I will, like I said in the past, I will be ordering just a straight up water thermostat housing there, so that won't be an issue. So yeah, I think what I'll end up doing, I'm going to square this up a little bit better and just kind of confirm where I'm going to exactly have it. And then yeah, I'm going to drill some holes. Actually, everything lined up not too bad. So like I said, I hope this rad's going to cool it. I think it should be all right. Shouldn't be an issue. Like I said, if not, then we'll worry about that when we get there. But I think if I get a good solid electric fan, it shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. Not too bad. So I think I'll kind of mark this stuff up and drill it. I tried a few different ways to hold this up. Chevy valve curve didn't want to work, so this little box with a bunch of wood and whatnot seems to be working all right. But before we do, we'll level it off because clearly it's not. So yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Actually, I'm wishing now that I bought some rad hoses. Oh well, it is what it is. Well, when I was with Derek yesterday and Chris, I rated some of Derek's rad hoses. These are all new. We just kind of save them, and we always just put them in a tote. Same thing with these. They kind of look a little dirty, but they are brand new. So I'll clean them up, and that'll be good to go. It's kind of hard because there's just one bolt that pivots these things, or the rad cradle. So everything does work when I'm not holding a camera and trying to do it at the same time. I did make spacers. Well, I just put nuts in here just for a spacer, just to see. But this side's clear, but this side's touching. So I'm going to talk to Ryan and see if he can just cut me down some round stock, about 3/4 inches of, and that'll still give me plenty of room. I'm going to have lots of room for an electric fan. A lot of guys talk about they always paint their rads and whatnot, but this I might leave black. We're not sure yet. I'll leave that till later on. But everything will work for the rad cooling situation. I was able to rob from one of my stashes just a different thermostat housing. So yeah, pretty happy with all that. I think what I'm going to do next is on my list today, I'm going to finish welding up the tranny cross member, finish that up. And then I will start hooking the steering column back up, start finishing this stuff. Like I said, a lot of the stuff is only half done, so I'm going to finish it off or make a list and start finishing off stuff. I will hook up the Z-bar clutch and all that stuff here shortly. So yeah, just giving you a little update of what's going on. Oh yeah, and we'll finish that bumper today too, I hope. So yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there, but yeah, it's looking kind of cool with that rad. But like I said, there's not much to hold these things on. Everything, like the fenders and everything kind of center all this stuff. So it'll work. When I did cut the rad hose, I didn't cut it too short because, like I said, it's going to have to be moved around. So we're getting there, folks. We're getting there. So I think I'll put the camera down and I'll jack this thing up and I'll start cutting the or welding up the cross member. Finish that off because, like I said, I just lightly tacked everything in kind of deal under there. So we'll break up the welder. But yeah, it looks pretty cool with that rad. Finally starting to come together. Not gonna lie, it's just one of those days. So anyway, it's been a couple hours. My cross member is all fully welded in. That's done. Tranny's bolted in. That's all good to go. I did take the time and all my clutch stuff is up and working. So that's a bonus. Had to monkey around with that for whatever reason. But it's all working. Ugh. Sorry, it's probably dark in here. But clutch pedal moves. The rod moves. This guy moves. It will move a little bit more, but it's just, everything's just kind of held in with bolts right now. Derek did, last time, he made me these little bronze or brass inserts for this connecting rod here to hold my steering column up. The steering column's just sitting there. Obviously, it's not going to be that high up, but Kevin was nice enough to give me a U-joint here because I had the wrong one. But yet again, the garage is eating up something. I did have one of these guys longer that I didn't ever cut the length, but it was longer that Kevin gave me. But it's somewhere in here, so I got to clean up this garage or find it. But I think the steering, that's going to be on another video. I just don't have the patience to deal with that today. Just not in the mood. So what I think I'm going to do now is I'm going to start working on my bumper. I know it's not really, you know, practical or important, but it's just something I want to get done and over with. So, but yeah, all part of it. Ryan, he's gone to work, so he's going to go cut me up some little bushings for those guys. And yeah, it's not a really exciting video, guys, but hey, it's all part of it. Not going to lie, I'd rather be on the couch right now watching TV. The other guys have gone, so they're doing whatever they're doing. So, but anyway, I guess I'll put this down and I'll start making some bracketry. I think that's my plan. Okay, so this is what I came up with. I made a couple brackets like these for the back of the car. I'll show you how they're gonna all be installed. So anyway, with this one here, slides into the frame. I'm not sure if I'm gonna bolt them or weld them. A tight fit. That sits in like that, and then this will just sit right in there. I'll lift this up and weld it. And that's the same thing for this side. We'll go in there. And then, like I said, I'll weld in those bungs, knock off this stuff, and we'll shoot it black. But yeah, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is probably make another plate back there. And that way this can be unbolted. I'm thinking that's probably the way it's going to go. So yeah, I guess we'll start welding and we'll get her. We'll get a little bumper. Like I said, I was going to originally get Ryan to put, like the same thing, put holes in here. But he said he didn't have a bit deep enough or something like that, and you'd have to reverse it on the mill and whatnot. So I said not to worry, bug. Good enough. So anyway, like I said, a lot of times you've seen this back in the day, a lot of cars, actually what they used to do too, and some of these, they'd actually fill them up with concrete for more traction. I remember reading that in some of the older magazines back in the day. So, but anyway, I guess we'll set the welder up and we'll start welding this nonsense together. Okay, so I just laid in a couple tacks. Everything's pretty square, and I like where it's at, and it's pretty leveled. Not too shabby. Don't make fun of my pink level. That way nobody else will take it. Hopefully not anyway. So I guess we'll finish welding up those guys, and we'll weld in those bungs there. I've been looking around the garage here for black paint. Of course, I'm out. So I think Ryan's going to grab me some more tomorrow. And yeah, I guess we'll set up the camera. We'll start welding this, this junk up. I'm happy with, like I said, I didn't want it too long and whatnot, so could have been maybe a couple inches longer, but hey, I'm happy with that. It's only a bumper. Well, this isn't scripted, folks. Real life here. I was welding it, and I was like, I'm not liking this weld. And I look. Dun, dun, dun. And I monkeyed around with my tanks. I'm not sure if we can pick it up. I'm out of gas. 100%. So I'm going to have to ask Boog for a favor and see if I can get another tank or what. Because, yeah, that sucks. I didn't anticipate that happening today. So... oh well, c'est la vie. But yeah, I did have plans of, you know, having this all done today, painted, or if not, well, tomorrow would have been painted, at least welded, and at least had it bolted in. Oh man, story of my life. What to do now? I think I'm going to call it a day. Screw it. I think I'm going to barbecue soon, or maybe we'll watch some TV, catch up on some YouTube. Who knows? The possibilities are endless. I can tell you one thing. I'm not going to be doing any welding today. So I think I'm going to call this a day. I'm going in, so maybe we'll be back tomorrow. Maybe we won't. Well, at least, hey, I got the clutch. That's done. I just got to make that other piece. Actually, maybe that's what I should do now. Nah, I'm going to call it a day. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Man, that's disappointing. That's a kick in the nut right there. Oh, well. We'll be back tomorrow. Okay, so it's the next day. I just got home from work a little while ago. Honestly, I feel like crap. I don't know if it's the spring cold or what, but my throat's bleh, my head's pounding, my nose feels plugged. I just don't feel like doing much tonight. I was going to work on the column, but that's not going to happen. I didn't get a heck of a lot of stuff done, like at least what you guys seen in this video, but there was a lot of stuff underneath. I did a lot of welding till I ran out of gas and everything like that. But the rad, I've got that all sorted out. Boog said he already made those spacers for me, so he's going to drop them off tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, we're getting there. Like I said, I couldn't be happier. The clutch works good. In the next coming weeks or whatever, whenever I do get the weather stripping and all that, we'll make up some glass for the windshield and the back windshield or back window I already have. But yeah, when Chris said he'll give me a hand, we'll start wiring this turd up. And if you guys have already asked about that anyway. So yeah, we're getting there. And I have spoken to a buddy. I might be getting gears for this thing. It's kind of a long story about the gears, but yeah, there'll be a 456. So hopefully I get those. If not, we'll figure out plan B. But that's something that might be coming here soon. So pretty excited about that. What I actually should do tonight, but like I said, I just feel like garbage to actually clean up this garage, but that ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna take a nice relaxing evening. But before I end this video, I think Derek and Chris are coming by in the next couple days, and we're gonna be working on our next little video for Saturday. I think we are gonna have it. It's not working on cars, but it's gonna involve with you guys, so you guys will have to stay tuned and watch that. I think Saturday, that's our game plan anyway. So I think I'm going to leave. I'm going to take a nice relaxing evening, crawl under a blanket, watch some TV. Not sure what I'm going to watch. Maybe some Fear Factor. That's right, folks. Fear Factor. Nostalgic. So anyway, as always, like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment, good or bad. Tell your neighbors. Do what you got to do. Just spread the word about us. And we're getting there. So like always, just hit that button. Subscribe. All right. I'm taking it easy for the rest of the night. We'll catch you guys later. Adios.